Stephanie Bain, I have a books. I'm a book addict. There's so many books. Hello everyone, Stephanie here. I know it's been a really long time since I filmed, but before I get into the main video, which will be an unhaul, and I'll explain to you why I'm doing a huge unhaul, let me explain to you what the freak happened. So August kind of just happened. It was from one moment to the next I realized, holy shit, I hadn't filmed and uploaded in 2 weeks. I promise you, I wasn't being lazy. I just wasn't reading. Things happened and it's just not a great month until the end. So you said, you know what, I've been struggling to film anyway. Let me just write out the rest of this month. It should have only been like 2-3 weeks though. But, like, you know, that was a thing that happened. I didn't know what to film. I wasn't reading. I wasn't in that motion of everything. So I was like, it's okay. I'll start filming the first week of September, which was that Monday is when I was going to start filming, which was the 4th. And that's where the reasoning for the rest of this was. Hurricane Irma happened. And that Monday, at first, it all started off with, okay, we need to get water. We need to get supplies to make sure we're good. But then by Tuesday, we realized, no, we're going to have to leave. This was before they did mandatory mandatory evacuation started in the Keys, and we're right after, like, right before them. So, we had to evacuate, and it was a lot of preparation, and the house was a mess. It was a matter of making sure we had everything, the important papers, pack up your most valuable, precious items. And so that's what Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was. Thursday was boarding up our house, hoping we were, because at that time, Irma was supposed to come straight for us, like straight for where I live. It wasn't until she was in Cuba and we were already gone that she, instead of coming north and staying north, she went right back down to Cuba and then started moving up again. And that's what saved my area, but that is what destroyed the Keys. And don't get me wrong, it was still really bad here. But so that happened. That week was just preparing everything, and then also my dad's freaking truck went to shit that Tuesday, which was the 5th of September. So we were just like, okay, we have 3 cars. We have 6 dogs. So there was 2 dogs in each car because they don't always get along because they're annoying as shit. And we took the most important stuff. And then we went to Pensacola. We drove eating shit in Mississippi. We just like spent maybe 30 minutes there. And then we came right back down to Pensacola. And then that Tuesday, the following Monday, which was the 11th, is when we started heading home. We drove through the storm. The good thing is it was already a lot weaker by then. It was just tropical storm. And I mean, we came down I-75, so there's a lot of trees. You didn't feel the wind, but holy shit, when there was an open area, it would push my car so much. It was cold because there was a cold front up there, and it felt so nice. And then it was definitely harder to find gas on the way back than on the way up there. On the way up there, we found a couple areas where it's like, okay, there's no gas, we have to keep going. But we did good on that. We had a crap ton of gas tanks with us. And then we got home, thankfully. There was damage to the house. There was nothing though like it should have been had it stayed its original path. My avocado tree that's like right outside my window, which is like the good avocado tree, the huge part of it fell. There's now just the trunk and a branch. And then we, like, our fence and like things like that, shingles, the roof. Definitely, I mean, at least our house, in terms of other houses where I live, it was not as bad, because there was houses where I live where they had huge trees fall and the house is now completely fucked. But then we came back. We had no power that Tuesday. It came back that following Wednesday, which was the 12th, 13th. We got our power back. But I could have started filming. What made it worse was we didn't have internet, TV, or anything like that for about 2.5 weeks. Power was still out in a lot of places. Like, my little community got really lucky because none of the trees did, like, crazy damage to the power lines. But if you go to like Pinecrest and stuff in Florida, it's like Tree City. The amount of trees that were like completely tangled in those power lines. So, but that's their fault. Not like the owners, the fucking mayor. Like, he's an idiot. You shouldn't have huge ass trees like that next. Or at least like trim the branches, you know? Anyway. It was a hot mess. There was no food in the stores, and like money's running out, and you're just like, that's great. Like, things are still not 100% back to normal. But anyway, we came back, and then I looked at my books, and this is why I have a huge unhaul. I couldn't take all of my books because I remember, again, it was supposed to come straight for us. It made us last minute detour a little further to the west, but Irma was supposed to come here. I took whatever I absolutely loved, which, don't get me wrong, was still a decent amount of books. I couldn't take all of them though. And when I came back, before I even unpacked my books and put them back on, I started taking books off. I was like, I'm never going to read you. I'm never going to reread you, or so on and so forth. So I did get rid of a decent amount of books. That's why I'm doing an unhaul first off. I have not read the last 2 months. Even this month, I've barely been reading. I think a total of 3 books I've actually read. And now we're just hoping that there's no other hurricanes that come our way, because funds are low as fuck, and like, where the hell would we go again? Like, we need money to drive places, you know? It's a struggle. It sucks. My heart goes out to all of these places that have just been devastated by natural disasters. It's crazy. It really is. But that is my little spiel. Now let's get into the main attraction. Let me move this. And I'm not, honestly, you guys already know, when people do unhauls, it's because they don't care for the books. They don't, whatever. Unless I randomly say something about something else, then I'll say it. But for the most part, I'm just going to show you the books, okay? And no, I can't send any of this out. Homegirl's broke as fuck right now. So, that's not even a thing. The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese, Brennan, Maureen Johnson. I don't like it. You can tell that it's not all Cassandra Clare, who I already have issues with. This Star Won't Go Out, Esther Earl, Lori, whatever, Wayne Earl. It was good, but it's kind of like cliche. I mean, I know it's based on a true story, but it's the same thing as every other thing written about people. I'm getting rid of these double copies that I have of Outlander because unnecessary. I might get rid of more, but for now, for sure, these two, because I don't need them. I prefer the ones that are like the TV show cover. The entire Maze Runner series, except for the last book, because I never bought that. You guys know I didn't like the first book. Kind of sucked. The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson, because this book was also shitty. I'm getting rid of Insurgent and Allegiance by Veronica Roth because I only like the first book, and I'm keeping the short collection of stories because it's assigned. This one's going to shock you. It pains me to put these on this list, but I'm getting rid of my paperback version of And I Darken. I might actually give that to my friend, but I'm not sure. And the hardcovers, because I had bought both of these before I found signed copies of them. Like, the same thing happened each time with this and this. But, yeah. And I obviously would rather keep the signed copy. These, I might give this to someone, but, like, I haven't decided who yet. I have a mass paperback of A Game of Thrones and A Feast of Crows. This is like, what, book 3? Book 4? Something like, oh, yep, this is book 4. I'm never gonna read this shit, okay? I give no fucks about Game of Thrones. I have Looking for Alaska and Paper Towns. Okay. I'm a moron. You guys know, I don't like his books. And I have no intentions of buying his new one. I also have here Landline by Rainbow Rowell. I have Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I'm over it. I've owned both of those for over 2 years. It ain't gonna happen. Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. Oh, Night Film by her name? Marisha Pestle. That book put me in a book slump, okay? I will never read Let It Snow by John Green and all these other people. Excuse me. And Ember in the Ashes. I have an ebook of this, and quite frankly, I don't think I'll even read that, like, ever. Okay, I can't read it. I also have here 50 Shades Darker and 50 Shades Freed. I didn't really care for book 2, and I don't have any interest in reading book 3, but I'm gonna watch the movie. The only thing I'm keeping is 50 Shades of Grey, because I actually really did enjoy the first book, and Grey, because it's the first book in his perspective, obviously. I got here Beastly by Alex Flynn. I prefer the movie. Dracula, the Undead. I'm never gonna read that. Michael Connelly, The Scarecrow. Never gonna reread it. I don't even remember what it's about. Oh, fuck, I have like hiccups. Fuck. The Host by Stephanie Meyer. One of my million copies. I'm ridiculous though that I'm keeping the movie paperback, so when I do reread it. A Grown Up Kind of Pretty by Jocelyn Jackson. It was good. I'm not gonna reread it though. Life After Genius by M. Jacoby. Very good. Do recommend. I'm just never gonna reread it. Didn't pack that shit up when I had to. I have here The Vampire Diaries, The Hunters, Volume 1, Phantom, Volume 2, Moonsong, and Volume 3, Destiny Rising. I'm never going to reread these because these Vampire Diaries is just not her best work. And I don't care about those, like, at all. I don't remember anything that happened, and I just read 2 of them this past year, so that's not a good sign. And I'm sorry if I'm a little close. I feel like I'm really close. Did you just fucking move on? I hope the angle's okay. My chair, like, we don't have like the computer room desk there anymore, so I like devoed this because it was just gonna go anyway, but like the height difference feels weird. I'm getting rid of The Tudor book by Leanda D.I. Lyle, whatever. I'm not gonna read this. It can go. I have here The Accursed by Joyce Carol Oates. I'm not gonna read that either. I have here Bright Shiny Morning by James Frey. Not gonna read it. The Emperor of Lies. I'm actually still debating on this one. Because, like, I'm not sure. But as of right now, I'm not gonna read that one. I have here Bad Girls Don't Die by Katie Allender. It's a super good, like, preteen book. I do recommend it. I think it's so cute. Like, in a spooky little thing way, but I ain't gonna read it. I'm definitely not gonna read that one again. But I do recommend. White Oleander by Janet Fitch. I didn't really care for this. Just watch the movie. I recommend the movie. I'm getting rid of The Scottish Prisoner by Diana Gabaldon because I have no intentions of reading the spin-off series anytime soon. Love Rosie by Cecilia Ahern. The movie's 10 times better. The book drags on. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen because I have a bind-up that has this in it and I'm never going to reread Pride and Prejudice again. Maybe eventually I get rid of that too. It was like whatever. Naked Lunch by William S. Burroughs. I give no fucks of trying to be intellectual and reading this. I don't understand it. I don't care. I think it's boring as shit. And like, who the fuck said this was important writing? I don't get it. The Arrivals by Melissa Marr. Behind the Beautiful Forevers by Catherine Boo because I give no fucks. I'm never gonna read that. Never. Never gonna read it. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. I'll just read the movie. Watch the movie. I'm a moron. Right, don't fall. Autumn Falls by Bella Thorne. This was such a cute, fast, like, read. Don't get me wrong. I did enjoy it. But I'm not gonna read the other books. Okay? Like, at all. It's super cutesy, though. Like, it's so cute. And the last two are Grave Mercy by Robin Lefevre. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But as time goes on, I have forgotten what happens in this. And I don't feel like rereading this. I've read so many other really good fantasy books since then that I would much rather reread and stuff. But I don't give no fucks. And The Bronze Horseman, because I don't want to waste my time reading it about. I'm so... The only romance I'm going to read is freaking Outlander, okay? Unless it's like other stuff. But like I don't care for The Bronze Horseman anymore. Not like I was for a while. That is my unhaul. If there are more books eventually, you'll know. But that is my spiel. I'm so sorry I hadn't filmed. I will be filming. I think, though, for sure what I'm going to do with the whole wrap-up of the other 3 books I've read, I still want to review them because I do remember. Like, I'll do, like, a clumped-in review. And, or something like that. But I'll just add those books to the wrap-up for the end of this month. Because I need to read this month. Like, I want to read this month. I started reading Dune just because I felt like I needed something light, fluffy, and cute. And Outlander started again. But yeah. That is my unhaul. That is my video. Comment down below if any of you guys live in Florida. Or live anywhere where shit keeps happening. But let me know. And I'm sorry, but I'm back. And I'm back in action. It feels good to be back. Sorry if I'm a little awkward. It happens when there's been a period of time. But I'll see you guys in my next video. So comment down below what you guys have read the last few months. What have you guys been up to? So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.